Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in this episode of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I'll be reviewing the 24th film from the Detective Conan universe, The Scarlet Bullet. To those who follow the Detective Conan movie cycle, you already know that the producers basically release one film every year around the Golden Week holiday period, which is a week's worth of holidays in Japan. And when I say around, I mean about a week or 2 weeks in advance of the aforementioned holiday. And as with every other year, 2020 also expected to have a Conan film release, and particularly this film, The Scarlet Bullet. But as we all know, a small teensy weensy spanner called COVID got caught in the works and turned this tiny thing called the world upside down. And of course, if the world got turned upside down, then Japan and the Detective Conan film release are no way immune to the happenings. So the film got rescheduled to April 2021. Now, another very important world event was also scheduled to occur in Japan in 2020. Yes, you got it right, the Olympics, which were also impacted by COVID. And the reason I'm registering this here is not just for trivia, but because the Olympics is part of the plot of the Scarlet Bullet. In the film, the Olympics is not called the Olympics for licensing reasons, I suppose, but instead is called the quote World Sports Games or WSG. The story basically involves a high-speed maglev train that can hit 1000 kilometers per hour, which has been constructed as part of the usual infrastructure projects that come up in countries that host the Olympics and the events that happen inside, outside, around, and because of it. Apart from Conan and his immediate friends and partners in crime, the Akai family has a major role to play in this film. In most films, Conan is paired with one other character or a set of characters that share a common thread to the forefront, and the film revolves around these dual entities. And in this film, it is Conan and the Akai family. The Akai family consists of a mother, two sons, and a daughter. And you should really watch the Detective Conan TV series and learn about them over the course of the episodes, which, trust me, will give you a lot more satisfaction than this podcaster revealing things via audio. So I'm gonna leave this at this point and continue on with my review. Now, even if you don't know who the Akais are, don't fret. The movie still makes sense if you don't know the backstories. As with the real world Olympics themselves, that were blighted by bad luck thanks to the pandemic, owing to which there was no zing to the proceedings, curiously, this film also lacked that zing. Detective Conan The Scarlet Bullet is actually quite a slog that makes you feel that the runtime of 110 minutes is far, far longer than that. And trust me, that's not the case with most other Conan films. The film begins quite excitingly with its prologue, but then enters into a flat and elongated zone where events happen, but there are no highs at the end of the events or sequences. There are, I believe, only two highlights in the entire film which made me feel joy, and the rest of the film was just an uneventful train ride, unlike what you would expect in a film that's dealing with a 1000 kmph maglev train. Maybe the funk of the pandemic rubbed off on this film by traveling back in time, or something. Or maybe this underpower film was just a sign of the time in which and the world into which it was released. Watch it without any expectations of having your mind getting blown, and it will help you kill a couple of hours. But apart from that, you can skip this one unless you are a huge Meitantei Conan Otaku. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening. Please do give this podcast a follow on your preferred podcast platforms and on YouTube. Give my socials a follow at Podcast Plural on Instagram and Twitter for movie memes, Arsenal memes, and links to my upcoming episodes. Thank you.